One of the scenes from Henry Cavill's Man of Steel broke the fandom. DC artist addressed it 10 years later. Henry Cavill's rendition of Superman is undoubtedly among the best actors who have ever brought the already beloved character to life, and one of the greatest achievements of his time portraying the character as Man of Steel. Even though the film didn't receive universal acclaim at the time, it has since grown to become a cult classic. Nonetheless, a number of aspects have always been cited as contributing to the movie's initial impression, and a contentious sequence from the film has frequently been on the list. As a result, a DC storyboarder recently made the decision to fix the scenario. 10 years after Man of Steel's premiere, reactions to the film are still wildly differing and extreme. A contentious scene with Superman and General Zod wreaking havoc was recently re-examined by fans, with particular attention paid to the damage done to the parking lot. Whether or not Henry Cavill's Superman permitted people to die in the lot during their conflict, and whether or not it was empty at the time, was the topic of discussion on the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter. In the middle of the ongoing conversation, one of the film's creators chimed in to address the long-running controversy and provide fans with some much-needed clarity, something they had been denied for the longest time possible. On X, J. Oliver stated, "I imagined that image, using an empty parking lot for the destruction, and had no onlookers anywhere to be seen. It's up to you whether or not you think there are people there. That's not what the movie or its creators intended. When I imagined that image, I used an empty parking lot for the destruction and showed no bystanders at all. It's up to you whether or not you think there are people there. That's not what the movie or its creators intended." Oliver explained that when Superman ducked under a tanker truck, it crashed into a parking garage and exploded. But no residents of Metropolis were in the area or hurt. Views of the scene are altered by this new background, even if it was previously believed that Superman had seemingly ignored the explosion. This offered fans a novel viewpoint to consider. Why were Man of Steel reviews so contradictory? Regarding the film's darker and more somber tone in comparison to earlier Superman productions, the audience was largely divided. In addition, spectators were divided by the film's long action scenes and the degree of carnage produced by Superman's fights. Even while J. Oliver's latest revelation helps to clear things up, the movie's ending is mostly to blame for its unfavorable ratings. There is little question that the fight across Metropolis resulted in a huge death toll, underscoring Cavill's Superman's failure to actively shield citizens, or lessen the destruction of the city during the fight. Furthermore, a few fans thought that Superman's portrayal lacked the classic quality and funnier tone that are typically connected with the character. Due in large part to differing perspectives, the film's departure from key iconic Superman elements received a mixed review. You can stream Man of Steel on Max.